Oh yeah.
So I am back.
We are back. Ready to go. Right here on the D&D Leveling Up podcast. That's right, y'all. Now you know. That's right, y'all. We bring y'all another one right here again. Y'all, let's get straight into it, man. Let's talk about this Carlee Russell situation this week, man.
Yeah.
You go missing. You report a child is missing. And the police say there's never a child missing, okay? She's found, a couple days later on her parents' doorstep. And she claims that she got kidnapped, but nobody restrained her. She has no marks of being restrained. And it's like, you want to believe it, and then you have the internet, which is
crazy,
which is 1,000,000 right now. Okay, the flyers, the memes are insane. There's a meme out where they think this lady is really lying about everything that she said, guys. So right now, I'm gonna play devil's advocate and say, she's lying. Let's say she's lying. Let's say she's lying. Okay. Right now, there you go.
Yeah,
call it.
This is the thing, bro. This bothers me because this is another black person. Because I asked Dee, I was like, "Is she black or white?"
Is she black or white?
Why?
But why? 25-year-old young lady from Alabama.
Is she attractive?
I won't say that on the D&D Level Up podcast.
I'm saying the reason I'm asking, not particularly.
She is not ugly.
Okay, all right. The reason
we'll go with that.
The reason I'm asking this question is because just the general consensus is sometimes people like a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And the reason why people do these things is a lot of attention. Now, and I wonder because if she was attractive, then the news should be more newsworthy because they're like, why is this attractive woman doing this at the same time?
I had that same question, bro. Because all of her photographs that they took of her, none of them are in like a bad light of her.
Okay.
They took all the photos that would be like her Instagram reels, like her best photos are put out there. Her best photos, bro.
Yeah.
Not only does she show up, right? But before all of this happens, I think she gets fired from her spa job.
Oh, really?
For stealing toilet paper and and a robe from her job.
Gosh.
So this is terrible, right?
Yeah.
And she tweets before she tweets like 3 times before she gets kidnapped, and say God really do be blessing us, blah blah. The regular stuff. I really want a family, and I'm like, okay, this is
set up.
This is starting to add up. It's starting to add up because I want to believe her, but now I'm like, those sound like you want a little attention. Yeah. Not only that happens, right? This I don't want to quite believe this, but police check her Google searches, and her Google searches are like stuff about kidnapping.
What?
How to take money from an ATM without getting caught.
What?
Without it being traced.
Delete that stuff.
I'm like, even if you delete it, bro, it's Google search.
Still Google search.
It's
somebody else.
I want y'all to understand this right now. It's gonna be a little nerdy, but everything that you've ever sent out or received on your phone is on somebody's hard drive somewhere.
Yeah.
Not a personal person, but a company somewhere.
Yeah.
Has everything that you have sent or received. It's somewhere. It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Once you find this out, but it's been going on.
Yeah.
It's what gave me this what made me look up that knowledge and actually know it is a little movie called it's a Will Smith movie.
I know the Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State. If you guys want to see our world 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago, our world right now, go watch Enemy of the State. Not because Will Smith is in it, but because it's a precursor
Regina King is in there too.
Yeah.
Or she actually is
definitely.
She looks beautiful in there.
She's
Regina
awesome.
King, shout out to you.
I love Riley. I love Riley and what's the other kid's name off Boondocks, bro?
Oh.
It's Riley and something else, right? That she's really awesome in this movie. But it's a precursor to everything that was going on with us now. Like the cameras, being able to watch you, the government having permission to use those, use the cameras that we have all around us, use the information that we have all around us. There's a when I come to it again, I'll come up to you guys with the actual act that allows it's a Patriot Act. The Patriot Act. The Patriot Act, which allows them to use all of these sources of media.
The NSA to spy on you and the government to spy on your cell phones and everything. That's why you have, sorry to interrupt you, but if you ever look at your phone, it says, you allow this app to track you. So your app, they're not just doing it on purpose, but it's linked. So if you wanted to use Google, right, and it says, okay, we want to use your Google Map. Well, it says, do you allow the app to track you? You're giving permission. They're not just taking it from you. Guys, you're giving them permission. Guys,
everything that you think that you were keeping, you have sometimes you have given permission for them to use that information already. Yeah. Like when you start your app and it asks, do you want to allow them to track your information? Say no. Unless you want to give that information away, exactly. But we've given out so much information that
it doesn't matter now.
It really doesn't matter now. It's a pandemic that we don't know. Yeah. We're not feeling the effects of. Yeah. Because it's like keeps you in like this dream world. Like they know your movements to the point where like you get on your Instagram and you flip through and you like a picture. Okay. Now you go to your Explore page. There's 8 other pictures just like that picture on your Explore page because they've tracked you to that point. Yeah. Okay. You want to buy something? I don't know, bro. This gets behavior. Weird.
AI's doing predictive behavior, bro.
Weird, bro. We could be talking about. I told. There's a meme. There's a TikTok where the guy. There's a guy with his wife and he has her phone and he's like. He's talking into her phone. He's just talking around it because even me and my wife joke about it. Like we'll just be talking about something, and then 2 days later it'll end up on our feed,
bro,
to sell us. And that's scary at first. But then you get used to it and you get it's happening, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna keep using this app." Yeah, they keep you in a cycle. So the story, the TikTok he's talking to his wife's phone, just having it around him. He's like zero turn mowers, brand new golf clubs. Because he knows somebody's listening, bro. And it's insane. Okay, so that even makes the Carlee Russell story even harder for me to feed into, is because if she used anything on her phone, if she had that phone with her, I don't know, she's tracked.
Exactly.
So
can't hide.
But if you drop that phone somewhere, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But somebody's going to pick you up on a camera somewhere.
Exactly.
You have to go somewhere where there's nothing going on. Exactly. And there's not a lot of places like that.
No, because the thing is, this is the thing. I don't know if we talked about the whole Minority Report and Vision Pro. Did we talk about that?
I think we talked about the Minority Report thing.
Okay.
But that's a whole nother movie we got to get into. We got to do that review of Minority Report too.
Bro. Because, these things that you see now, it's like they're precursors for stuff that's already happened. Like, you remember the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis, which is, it wasn't Eraser, it was, what was it? I forgot.
Eraser was dope, though.
Eraser was a dope movie, too. But in Eraser, they had those guns where you could actually see through the actual house to see the almost like an X-ray the house.
Oh man!
Shoot. So if they had those renderings back then, they have it now,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? So anything you think that you've already seen on television in terms of technology you thought was like so far out, they already have it now. Yeah. And it's just the fact that they just don't release that information to you so you won't get overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They already have it. You know?
It's so much stuff that guys like back in the day, maybe a couple years ago, I think stuff gets out a little bit faster now because people are developing it and sharing at a much higher rate. But Bluetooth, they have been using before we had Bluetooth in a way that we could use it as a people. They had Bluetooth in the army for almost 20-something years.
What?
You know what I'm saying? This was crazy, something that was already developed. Everything that we get that we get technology-wise is already developed in a military application before we get it. We get it to play with it.
Yeah, we get it late.
Y'all, we don't understand that we like, oh, you feel like you're a grown adult. But they just gave you something so that you could buy it and consume it.
Exactly. So it
and
can
use it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now they're using it, sometimes they're using it against us, which makes me like, I'm like, where did she go for 2-3 days without being seen somewhere?
Exactly.
If that was the case, if she got caught by somebody. But it is Alabama.
Yeah.
So it might.
It's kind of. Like,
it's kind of a rural area, sort of kind of where she was. I'm not going to say it wasn't like a city type situation, but if it was a city type situation and she was just like on the highway, she'd have been found immediately. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can only sit still on the highway for so long.
Exactly.
If you got caught, if you were just hiding out.
Yeah, and then they could always run all the footage back. I mean, I don't even.
They ran the footage back. There was days of people looking at footage to see if they saw a child on the side of the road when she stopped. Yeah. So everybody's doing this. Yeah. What's that white dress, blue dress? Internet type thing. Like, I saw a kid. Yeah. Oh, that shadow was there. Everybody's doing all this guessing and stuff. Yeah. And nobody's like. Everybody's like, there was no child in that video.
Yeah, exactly.
She stopped, got out, and probably ran into the woods and stayed there. Stayed somewhere, and then went to. I heard there was a bunch of houses behind the trees in the video that she's in. So I'm like, maybe she stayed there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She took toilet paper from the job and the road.
Exactly.
and hid out. But it's like, man, we got to do better.
We got to do better as a people.
We got to do better. If this was all a lie, we really got to do better. Okay.
Sidebar. I just was looking at. I was in Vegas, right? Aja Wilson. I guess she's a basketball player. She really looks good. I was just interested to think about now it's like the WNBA is starting to get some traction. I was looking inside the.
Oh man.
I was looking inside some of the games because they have it in the barbershop. And I was like, wow, they're actually starting to do some stuff.
Hey man, it's time to change that. But people don't understand. It's like what I don't understand about it is men are outnumbered. Yeah. Like 6-2? Yeah. 15-1?
I think it's 15-1.
So let's say 15-1.
Yeah.
So whose league should be better? Should be bigger? Yeah.
And supposedly one of these basketball players, I can't tell you who it is, but we'll find out later. She's outscored Steph Curry and everybody in the NBA league.
Now.
And she's a woman.
My problem with there's a big problem with this whole situation,
issue right
bro.
There, right?
The issue is that a lot of people I found the issue with people that are upset that the NBA gets paid more than the WNBA. But the WNBA doesn't have the attendance.
Yeah, exactly.
Nor the lineage
that's
of
true.
The NBA.
And
the history of the NBA. But being outnumbered 15-1, women being favored in that 15-1, which league do y'all think should be bigger? Why are you asking them to pay? What you're doing is you're saying, okay, there's two different pots of money. Pay the women out of that part, out of the men's part, out of the money to make their salaries the same.
Isn't it? Oh, I see. Go ahead.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, oh, you should. The NBA the women in the WNBA should be getting paid the same, more. And I'm like, well, where's the money going to come from if there's no attendance for the games?
Exactly.
If you're not going to show up, if you're not going to dress your child in the WNBA teams, if you're not going to buy the shoes from the WNBA players, where do you think the WNBA is going to get the money to pay these WNBA players, bro?
Isn't some portion of the NBA go to paying for the WNBA?
I don't know, but that would go towards my case even more.
Because I'm wondering. I mean, this is the thing. This lady, 25-year-old Sabrina Ionescu, I hope I pronounced her name properly, beat Steph Curry's 3-point contest record. So So obviously, you know, she's beat a man's record. So this is a big deal right now.
And we need like 20 more of them before we can start talking about making the pay equal.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I want y'all to think about this too. This is something that I learned from Eddie, this guy named Eddie Pugh, man. He used to be a manager of a group I was in. And he would say, follow the money. Say, follow the money, okay? Now, if they can pay Steph Curry millions of dollars a year, how much do you think the team's making?
Exactly.
If you could pay just one person on a team of what, 15, 10, 11, 15 people? But that's without staff.
Yeah.
That's without coaches. That's without blah, 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 blah. If they can pay all of them all of that, like the money, they're keeping most of that, okay?
Exactly.
All right? Rich people don't just give you half of their salary
exactly
because you're part of the team.
Exactly.
There's probably 30 or 20 or 10% of what they actually make.
Yeah, exactly.
From all the games and all the promotions and all the stuff that they actually get ready to do. Okay? So something else was run across my desk. In 2003, former NBA Commissioner David Stern authorized $12 million subsidy to the WNBA, which just calibrated. It was just celebrated its 5 years of existence.
So it does provide money for the NBA to exist. Period.
So the NBA has only been the WNBA has only been around since 1998. Okay, now if we go into it, if the WNBA is only since reading that, they got money. They got money for this, and they got money for the WNBA in 2003. Okay, 3 years later, it has been reported that the WNBA gets $12 million yearly allowance from the NBA. So the money is shared. Now I can hear it already in my head. Well, why they not sharing more? Why they not giving more? Why they not? Because that's not how business works.
Exactly.
If you show up to the WNBA games, the ladies that you want to get money might get paid better.
Yeah.
But there's a strong chance that they won't get paid better.
Yeah.
You'll just be supporting the WNBA even more and fattening the pockets of those people who actually lost money having WNBA teams in the first place.
And that's the thing, like, should we do that because, and this is the
chivalry?
Is that
because it's women that pay them more? Is it just because of that?
Or just pay
or is it like there are people getting paid the same?
I mean, think about it. Like, which means basically getting them employed.
They get them I want you to NBA is in trouble. Yet people are asking the women in the WNBA be paid more. WNBA is barely
justifying its existence.
Barely paid. Okay? Understand that. You understand how to make moves. It's not digging to pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, it's because you got it. Like, that's a poor mindset. Really poor mindset. If you don't believe me, that's you have to. But poor mindset is, look what I should have. You don't know what I did to get where I am.
And if we're
there you go. Who's asking for it?
Problem for me. I completely support the W. Have do it at a certain level.
Yes, sir.
There's certainly a lot of fun.
There really is.
You know what I'm saying? And
what's about?
Because it's not a good career move.
It's bad business. The people who want to get paid are vying for them to don't business or like
logic of it. There's no demand. It's supply and business.
Everything you get by the they don't on that is there.
Exactly.
Want it.
Yeah.
The stuff your line, your you want it.
Yeah.
Okay? Go outside car that you don't for wearing. There's they want it. Now, what if women want this or if you want this WNBA? Man,
yeah.
Watch WNBA and either more barely even have a league.
This is you know what I'm saying? If it's a vibe on its own, you don't need a subsidy to help. Because you need not too long. You should be at least get to the point out enough so they could. And if you're someone at a certain point, go. I remember one time, he told me the multiple don't take from this fledgling business. No, this if you're in business, not produce. Die. This business is already making money. This business do with that. Don't try to use business.
It should have ecosystem. Like the WNBA shouldn't be. Let's just be real. WNBA shouldn't be
together
partners at all.
They shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be because it's dragged down. It's really going to drag down. If they how do you get more? Now, how do you get more men to come to WNBA games? We don't want to go to the WNBA games because being 15-1. Let's call it women, okay? And now we're talking about then you get a smaller window. Okay? Now if we go that route, y'all, let's just common sense in the men who for the tickets to
that
can be we WNBA.
Exactly.
Paying tickets. The problem is you guys the for it. All this
makes sense. It says the approximate is one males to 100 males. That makes no sense. That could not possibly.
Let's just United States.
Let's just United States. Representing. Let me see. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because that makes. We know there's more women in the world than there are men.
Period.
It says population rate in baby boomers, right? Mm-hmm. It says males per 100 males.
How do they? Yeah, you can press that one.
So 700 females. Pretty big, isn't it? And but 10 states. Females.
Like the
rate.
One, yeah, what's the 50? Conversation changes. Exactly. I had that.
Exactly. The whole
ants on this happen because I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense to me. 40% of female ratio in the world. That does not make no type of sense. Because we know there's more women in the world that no sense. We're gonna have to look that up, guys.
And it's
pretty much
why the WNBA
exactly. Yeah.
NBA.
Well, see, this
Women are.
You got to men are not. Think about it like now. It all has ability. You might have women to see those.
Do you want to?
There's some statistics that these women can manage to do what they're doing. So, because if you have to take other extra things to be able to, those women would not be able to. So why wouldn't you have in the NBA?
This
saying, why don't we have women in the NBA? Saying,
man, there's crazy stats on. Why can't we do it, right?
Tall enough.
Because, like, I thought, shout out to my wife, TikTok, I call it TikTokers. Like, all off that TikTok. You're trying to get on. That's our next. So, that even the best player in the NBA, in the WNBA, only ranks 37 in the NBA. Or something like that.
Wow. The percentage.
In terms of percent of endurance and
wow.
In the best.
In that area.
You can't it's like the going to just going it is.
Yeah.
You play and then if you do that,
bro.
then if you do 100%,
yeah, you're just you're cruel.
You're cruel. They're not gonna ask the woman to as the dudes. They're not gonna ask her to do that. They're running into you know what I'm saying? They're not. They're gonna want you're gonna chivalry and that no shit in it. Like we're like if you want women to be men, go watch something else. Because watching the NBA, really not watching. Yeah. Stop asking for accommodations.
Yeah, accommodations.
Even okay, the game. Come back, comment right under that game.
Yeah.
Over. And I feel like some of these people watch basketball.
Yeah, of course.
They just prices. They saw pay salaries.
Yeah.
And was like, it's not even.
Exactly.
I laugh, bro, because there's so much stuff that we can just we'll just look at. Like some people just look at and assume the wildest thing, bro.
Based on that.
Based on just what they look at. Yeah. But they don't have an understanding of what's going on the page.
The 360
so
around it.
They'll go off and go off. But they don't understand what they just read or what they just saw. You're seeing, just because you see two salaries and they're playing the same thing doesn't mean they're going to get paid the same.
They're not. And you know the thing is, I realized something is that you get paid based on how you value yourself and how other people value you.
Yes.
So how much you decide to get paid is like really depending on your skill set and what people perceive you bring into the table. Yeah. And if you value, if like you want to make more money, you got to change your skill set. Your skill set has to demand that. Like there's baseball players who get less and make way more money than basketball or football players.
Man.
And they do less work.
Y'all want to see a salary?
They got salaries.
Go check out the set. It's quiet. It's quietly kept.
Why do they never talk about that, bro?
They don't talk about the salary of baseball players, bro. Baseball, some of the biggest baseball players make way
more money
than football and the NBA.
Way more.
For some reason, baseball is really quiet in
they never
some
talk
communities.
about it.
They never talk about it.
Yeah.
But that salary for those teams is different.
Astronomical.
It's not the same.
Not the same at
You want
all.
to fight for something?
Yeah.
You asking for more money for the NBA for WNBA players is like saying, okay, let's make the NBA and the baseball league earn the same amount of money.
No,
No,
it happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Because
It
it takes
doesn't
specialized
happen.
skill.
Okay.
Yeah.